Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Haftarah Drop. I'm Rabbi Michael Shields, Associate Rabbi here at Temple Sinai. So our Haftarah begins with a familiar scene. Spies are sent to the land. In our Torah portion, of course, Moses sends 12 spies into Canaan, and they return carrying proof of the land's abundance, but also carrying proof of something else, fear. 10 of the spies see obstacles. They see giants. They see fortified cities. They see all of the reasons why success is not possible. Only Joshua and Caleb see the possibility. Now fast forward to the Haftarah. Joshua, now the leader of the people, he sends spies into the land once again. But this time the story unfolds very differently. The spies enter Jericho and find refuge in the home of Rahab, an unlikely hero. She's not an Israelite. She's not a leader of the people, yet she understands something so important, so profound. She recognizes that the future belongs to those who can see beyond their fears. Rahab tells the spies, she tells them something very important, that the people of Jericho have heard about Israel. The walls of Jericho may still be standing, but the confidence of those inside them is already beginning to crumble. What seemed impossible from a distance looks very different when someone actually goes and takes a closer look. This may be the great lesson of both the Torah portion and the Haftarah this week. The future cannot be discerned from fear alone, or cannot be discerned from the negative emotions. It has to be explored. It has to be investigated. It must be imagined. We must be willing to look through different windows and from different vantage points. In every generation, communities face a choice. We can focus on all of the reasons something won't work, all of the adversaries we have in our way, whether it's the walls of Jericho or anti-Semitism and anti-Israel hate. We can focus on all those reasons that are negative that will stand in our way. Or we can faithfully scout the future. Doesn't mean we ignore the challenges in our path. That could be dangerous. But we can look at the challenges, but also search for opportunities that God is placing in our path. As I read this Haftarah, I find myself thinking about our sacred community. What does it mean for us to scout possibility? It means asking where Jewish life is changing and how we can meet people there. It means listening carefully to young families and teens and empty nesters and seniors and everybody in between and beyond, and what they need from Jewish community today and what they want to give. It means experimenting with new ideas while staying rooted in our timeless values. It means investing in relationships before programs, people before buildings, and purpose before habit. Programs and buildings are tools in our communal toolbox. They're not the goal unto themselves. Most importantly, it means believing that the future can be better than the present. Joshua's spies do not return saying, everything will be easy. The walls of Jericho are still there, but they do return with confidence. They have seen enough to know that the future is possible. That's how communities thrive, not because we have no obstacles, of course we do, but because they recognize both the present gifts that we do have, the present strengths, but also the potential in the future. They refuse to let fear or no become their primary strategy. At Sinai, we scout whenever we welcome someone new through the doors. We create a brighter future. We scout the future when we invest in our children and teens. We scout the future when we build partnerships, engage in justice work, create meaningful worship, and continue to find new ways to connect people to Jewish life and to each other. Every tradition was once a new idea. Every tradition was once a new idea. Every thriving community is built by people who are willing to look beyond the horizon and imagine what could be. Rahab saw a possibility where others saw walls. Joshua saw a future where others saw giants. And perhaps that's our invitation this week, to become even more a people who can see possibility, to become a community that is brave enough to scout the future, and to trust that God is already at work in places we have yet to explore. Shabbat Shalom.